Into the final round of group matches over in the Copa America, with of course still places in the quarterfinals up for grabs. Who's going to take them? Who's going to go home? We'll take a little look next. Once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at match number 5 over in the Copa America, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button, get your bag up to date with all things Copa America related, but always related. Whoa! Football here. Under Roverseas, of course, yes, some nations, aka Chile, of course, have this weekend off preparing for the quarterfinal stage. They're already home and hosed into the knockout stages, but still got the matter of those remaining spots in the quarterfinals. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your continued support. Support the channel behind the scenes as we raced to 25,000 subscribers. Can we get there? If you are new, smash the old subscribe. So here we go, boys. We're going to recap, of course, the games that did take place this past few days as we head into a little bit of a tiny wee break in the old Copa America. So here we go then, have a recap of those games. Take a look back at those games that did just take place over in the Copa America, kicking it all off with the first one, Ecuador up against Peru. Goals galore in this one, 4 in the end, 2-2. I actually remember the one I win myself. Goals from Renato Tapia, the big fat OG. Eduardo Prasado gave Ecuador a 2-goal lead before Gianluca Lapadula, with the coolest name in town, Andre Carrillo, making it 2-2 in the end. A point split right down the middle. Of course, we don't know who's going through. Brazil got over the line in the end over Colombia. That's right, 2-1 win. I actually remember the 2-1 win myself. Roberto Firmino Casemiro on the goals. Luis Diaz with the early one for Colombia, giving them a little bit of hope. But unfortunately, they lost. Meanwhile, my boys, that's right, Chile did lose. 2-0 win by Paraguay. That's right, absolutely outplayed, outthought, outthunk. 2-0 goal. 2 goals from one goal from Samu, the other one from Amir on the penalty spot. I actually went with the 1-0 win myself. So shame on me. And then wrapping up, it was Bolivia up against Uruguay, and it was a 2-0 win, and I got the one bang on the nose. Carlos Lampi with a big fat OG, Edison Cavani. Cavani with the other goal as well. 2-0, job done in the bag. As you can see, I got myself 2 out of 4, which is not great, but it's okay. The situation in the table looks like this. Argentina are through, so are Paraguay, so are Chile and Uruguay. They're all in, but it just doesn't know who is what where. Chile are done and dusted with 5 points on the board, and they could end up being 4th if Uruguay were to beat Paraguay in the final day, which would, of course, set up a bit of a stinker up against Brazil, who are top of the pops over in Group B. Colombia, Peru, Ecuador and Venezuela still not sure who is going through to the next stages. So, of course, trying to give you our opinion about that in a minute. Take a look at the situation over in the older leaderboard then, shall we, for this week and this week alone. Of course, a couple of years picked when getting there with the predictions. Emin Hussein up the top there with Hans Worst, Yannick Buster, Kim, Charlie Nagel, M and Alex Weller kicking ass and taking names at the top of the pops for this week and this week alone. What about the overall situation at the table? Well, here it comes at you. Nathan Eva, the Purple Hazers down the bottom there, but of course your kingpin is Yannick Buster with 10. Emin Hussein's up there with 10 as well. Hans Worst, also not too far away. He knows about that missing point. If he had that missing point, he would be up there top bins as well. Omar Esquivel and Alex Weller also make up your bronze medal positions, of course, but still got a lot of points left of the agenda. Of course, we've got the 4 here right now, and then of course we've got the next 4 in the quarterfinals, and then another bunch. So make sure you keep on predicting. Of course, maybe you can get into that top spot in the end. Speaking of next round, these are your next round of the link that you need to go to for the next round of predictions. It's Copa 21A5 at the bottom there. Copa 21A5 down the bottom there. Or you can use your graphical thing in the middle there, QR code, press the old button, shoots you over to the website and get your predictions in nice and early. So here we go then, boys and girls. It is match number 5 coming at you, of course, and we are looking forward to these ones because after the end of it, it is the nitty-gritty, the knockout stages. We're going to start with Brazil against Ecuador on the 27th of June. That is a Sunday. Now, these two sides have played each other a whole bunch of times, of course, according to my eyes. These two nations have played each other 12 times since 2003. 9 wins for Brazil, 1 win for Ecuador, and 2 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Brazil over those 12 matches was a 5-0 win. That 1-0 victory for Ecuador was just a 1-0 win. In fact, they've only scored 5 goals in the 12 games, with Brazil scoring 22 in return, which is around about 1.83 goals a game ratio compared to 0.42 games a game ratio for Ecuador. Of course, heading into this last time played each other was back a couple of weeks ago, actually, in the World Cup qualifiers. A 2-0 win going in favour of Brazil, and that 1-0 victory for Ecuador was all the way back in 2004. Goodness gracious me. The bookies odds 11-4 on is your Brazil, 4-1 is your draw, 8-1 is your long shots. That is Ecuador. For me, no brainer on this one. Going to go with a 3-0 win for Brazil, and of course open up. Well, they'll go top of the pops, and of course likely to play Chile. And we'll have a look at that in a minute. Next up, of course, we have Venezuela taking on Peru. That's right, of course. Now these two sides have played each other a few times, 15 according to my knowledge, since 2003. This match will take place on the 27th of June at the Garincha Stadium over in Brazil. Play each other, 15 times, 6 wins for Peru, 5 wins for Venezuela, and 4 draws. The biggest win over each other, 4-1. That's right, the biggest win for Peru over Venezuela, 4-1, and vice versa as well. And in fact, they both scored 20 goals in those 15 matches. So these two are very, very much level pegging. Could go either way. They both come into this identical kind of form as well. 42% form heading into the last 6 games. However, I'll probably edge it to go in favour of Peru. They've actually won twice at the past 4 matches, just 1 defeat at the past 4, with Venezuela coming into this without a win in 5, but they are drawing a lot of games. In fact, when you look at the last encounters, 1, 2, 3, the last 3 encounters were all draws as well. Most recently back in 2019. Last time either one of these two sides won was back in 2015 in the Copa America at the group stages as well. The bookies odds on this one, 12-5 is your Venezuela, 11-8 is your Peru, and 2-1 is your draw. For me, I'm going to go with Peru to nick this one. No, I'm not. I'm going with the draw. Surprise, surprise. I pulled that one on you. I think my head was going with Peru, but I'm going to go with a draw on this one. Maybe my preview went with Peru. Either way, I'm hedging my bets, but I think for officially going with the draw. That's right. Of course, things can change. Your mood will swing. Next up, of course, into the other group. This is the North group. It will be Bolivia up against Argentina. That's right. Of course, now these two sides will be duking it out on a Monday, the 28th of June at the Arena Panatal over in Brazil. Played each other 13 times in the past. The biggest win, in fact, 30 times in the past. 8 wins for Argentina, 2 wins for Bolivia, and 3 draws. The biggest win for Argentina, a 7-0 win over Bolivia. But guess what? One of those two victories for Bolivia, biggest win there, 6-1 win over Argentina. Get that in your veins. 3 draws as well. 13 goals scored in those 13 matches by Bolivia. 31 goals scored by Argentina in those matches. Around about 2.38 goals a game ratio. They come into this though, Peru in they come into this Bolivia 25% form, just 1 win in 6. Meanwhile, Argentina come into this back-to-back wins and also without a defeat in 6 games. Last time they played each other was back in 2020. It was a World Cup qualifying campaign. It was a 2-1 win for Argentina. However, go back to 2017 in Bolivia. It was a 2-0 win for Bolivia as well. So not no slouches on this one. They've been playing a little bit of decent football. 16-1 is your long shots. That is Bolivia. 6-1 on is your Argentina, and 6-1 normal is your draw. For me, Argentina should run away here. 2-0 win and put the 3 points in the bag. And again, confirm themselves as top of the pop in this group. And finally, here's the banger. It's the game of the weekend. It is Uruguay and it's up against Paraguay. Taking place on the Monday, the 20th of June. And this has massive implications for Chile as well. They played each other 12 times since 2003. 6 wins for Uruguay, 2 for Paraguay, and 4 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Uruguay over Paraguay was a 4-0 win. Meanwhile, the biggest win going the other way in favour of Paraguay was a 4-1 win as well, going for Paraguay. They've actually scored 10 goals in those 12 games, 0.83 goals a game ratio. That is Paraguay. 19 goals scored by Uruguay, going the other way, 1.58 goals a game ratio heading into this one. 42% form for the Uruguayans, just 1 win in 6. Meanwhile, 2 wins in the past 3 games for Paraguay, coming to this on 50% form. The last time they played each other, which was only a couple of weeks ago, was a 0-0 draw in Uruguay. That still would be enough to put Chile back into 4th, which is not what we want. The last time that Paraguay won, you got to go all the way back to 2007. It was a 1-0 win as well. And last time Uruguay won was, of course, back in 2016. Scrap that, 2017 in a World Cup qualifying match. The bookies odds on this one, we have 2019 on is your Uruguay. They are your red hot favourites. 16-5 is your Paraguay, and 11-4 is the draw. For me, going to go with, I'm going to 2-0 win for Uruguay. As much as I want Paraguay to win with my heart, I just don't think my head is telling me Uruguay will win. A quick look at the odds for the title itself. Brazil are 13-8 on favourites. Argentina are second favourites, 3-1. Uruguay's third favourites, 9-1. Colombia are 16-1. Paraguay are fifth favourites, 25-1. With Chile, sixth favourites, 25-1. That's Peru, and then it's Ecuador, Venezuela. Absolute long shots. Of course, they've got to get out of the old group stages first. But that's it, my friends. In fact, drop back into that a second. Let's take another recap of the prediction stuff here. If you want to get your predictions in, go to this website right here, and then you'll be, of course, into the mix to join the guys as we try to slog it out. And remember, we will continue prediction these heading into the domestic season. We got them in the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the La Liga, Serie A, Ligue 1, and of course some other leagues as well. So make sure you come back for that. Hopefully it'll be a nice smooth transition into the summer. But until then, give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the things down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. What do you think? Can anybody actually stop Brazil? Can anybody actually do it? Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you soon for the next one. Until then, we are done.